Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we're jumping in this old lady. It's the GRUMMAN GOOSE G21A Redux 2, pretty long name, and it might not be a super modern plane, but let me tell you, it is a pleasure to fly. It's a freeware add-on. I will leave the link in the description down below. This time the link is not from flightsim.to, but it comes from msfsaddons.com, and it's actually the link to an article, and in that article is present the link to download this beauty, and it's a direct link. You can read the article to know a bit more about this plane. I will just tell you that it's been imported from FSX, but there's been a lot of work into it, and it's been upscaled with texture, proper flight model, brand new code, and it basically brings this aircraft to Flight Simulator 2020 standards. So yeah, I'll tell you a bit more about it once we get up in the air. For now, let me show you inside. Okay, the cockpit inside looks something like this. It's quite decent. Actually, it's pretty good. And vintage look. So I'm gonna show you now how to start up this plane. So here we have all the switches. Nav light we can put on, and taxi light as well. Battery goes on, alternator, fuel boost, we don't actually need it. And yeah, okay. So all the switches are in place. Behind ourselves we have the valves that are open, so we're good to go. Just spawned on the gate, so nothing crazy here. One thing we need to do is propeller RPM to 100%. That's the carburetor heat. Mixture 100% is alright. And then we switch on the fuel pump. And the only way, comment and if you know how to start it up, but the only way I found so far was just pressing Ctrl E. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And we get this nice animation and sound. Engine 2 is gonna start again now. There we go, engine 2 is going. One thing you need to do with this plane is just be aware that if you remove the throttle completely, the engines are going to shut down. And I'm gonna show you that now. We are currently at 0 throttle, and you can hear the engines RPM are lowering, and they will lower until the point exactly, until they shut down completely. But we press again Ctrl E, give a bit of throttle, and one after the other we have them running again. Okay, so here we have the radio panel. Unfortunately, nothing works. It's not displayed. There should be also the autopilot with all the heading and altitude mode, but they don't seem to be working, at least for me. Okay, let's taxi and I'll meet you on the runway. Alright, here we are, lined up with the runway, asphalt runway, even though this plane is capable of taking off and landing on water, and I'm gonna show you later. Right now I'm gonna show you the flaps. They are animated. The exterior model is pretty nice, really like it. This livery, it's quite nice, comes with few more liveries you can choose from, but let's take off now. Okay, I'm gonna take off from the inside. Full power. RPMs slowly increasing. This plane is so old, but it's so cool. I need to apply a bit of rudder. And yeah, we're up in the air. So gear can come up. Let's see it from the outside. It flies very, very well. The flight model is spot on. I love it. And I don't know, it's just the vintage planes. I don't know, they have something special for me. They are so elegant to fly. They're just I love them. That's it. So for this plane, by the way, you have to use modern flight model. So you just download it, unzip the file, put it in your community folder, and you're good to go. Okay guys, we're climbing here. I can see some lakes, places where we could land. So since we are gonna land on water, I'm gonna show you this nice feature. Here on the overhead panel, there's these two inputs, float arms. Both they go down, and from the outside you can see, and these two floats are gonna help you to keep the wings out of the water when you land on a lake or in the sea. Okay, let me see where I can land. This plane is so nice. I mean, look at it. So cool. Alright guys, it's gonna take a while to bring it down, so I'll meet you on final. Okay, this looks like a good spot to land. There should be enough space for takeoff as well. Let's see the speed. I'm gonna slow down a little bit more. The gear is staying up, of course. We don't want to crash land in the water. We can put first notch of flap. Let's give a bit of throttle because I want the engines running until I decide. I don't want them to stop suddenly. Full flaps now. With full flaps you have a lot of drag, so you need to be really careful with the power management. Okay, looking good. We're gonna land between this channel. Okay, let's decrease power and touchdown or splashdown. Bit bouncy, but that's how it is on water, I guess. And now we just wait until the water slows us down, giving a little bit of throttle just to avoid the engines turning off. And here we are, afloat on a plane. I mean, just look at it. How nice. Well guys, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. As usual, if you did, leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. No problem at all. Let me know in the comments what do you think and if you're gonna try it out yourself. And yeah, I guess this is it. I'll see you in the next one.